Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. We're squatting today, but not right away. We're gonna get prepped for some good squat mechanics. We're gonna get going, we're gonna get stretched, we're gonna get mobilized, and we're gonna be here for a shorter time today because your girl just cannot fit it in all in 1 week with no camp and a child. And please let that school start right on time on Monday. Oh, I love my child. I want to spend all the time in the world, but as a working mom, it's hard. It's hard. So let's get ready to squat. All you need is yourself and your mat. If you would like to use a chair for support or the wall, that's a-okay. We can all hear me. Can we hear me? I think we can hear me. I always get yes, yeah. Okay, good. So let's start in a wide stance, wider than our hips. Again, you can put your hands on the wall, you can use the back of a chair, your couch, your countertop, anything that's gonna give you a little extra balance. What we're gonna start doing is just simply bending and imagine you're standing in sand and you're trying to press your footprint down into the ground on your right leg. And then we're just gonna straighten that knee. We're gonna do it the other side. So I really want you to feel that downward pressure and then lift. We can just take our arms down by the side right now. We're attempting to establish awareness around our footprint against the mat, as well as the fold in the front of your ankle joint. So if that knee bend isn't super deep right now, not to worry, we'll get there. Reach it out, good. And one more on this side, then we're gonna add a little reach of the arms. So take your arms, reach them all the way up, stretch, and press down, and stretch. We're not lunging, we're not doing anything super technical, we're just getting those joints moving because, you know, we need it. Good morning, Tracy, good morning, Colleen. Good morning, anybody else who's joining. And I believe this week, we'll do one more on the left, we passed 450 subscribers. Woo! Walk your feet back together. Take a little ankle circle around with the right. Just like we do on the rebounder, we'll go 4 in one direction, and then we'll reverse, go outside to inside, just circling around the front foot. So 450, we're driving home towards that 500. That's when things start to happen. Oh, my life. Last one, let's go to the other side. Roll it around. Just get some good motion in your toes and your ankles. If you're wearing shoes, that's okay. Sometimes shoes are really good for support. Let's reverse direction. Certainly not a bad thing to wear those shoes, yeah. Good. 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna start to roll to the ball of the foot, lifting the heel, lower it down, and then do the other side. Lift the heel, push into the ball of the toe, and then we're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg, and lower. So reach your left arm, your right arm forward as your left heel lifts. I always have to reverse it. Reach, let's do a couple more slow. Press, reach, and press. Then side to side, just a little faster. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Good. Up and down. Go 4 more. And 3 and 2 and 1 and good. So now we're gonna come down. We're gonna actually march, taking our arms out to the side. Touch the top of your thigh, come on down, and then touch the top of your other thigh. We'll do it a little faster without so much of the balance engagement. So just side to side, but when you get that knee, I want you to push against it. So we're strengthening, warming up those hips. Up, good. Just fold across the body, pushing down into the footprint of your standing leg. Opening up your chest and just having a good time with it. Want to get some nice systemic heat going, especially for any of you who work with osteoarthritis. You know, warming up the whole body can be a challenge, but it also, once we get there, it's almost a better way to get ready to do some exercise, to do some weight-bearing, load-bearing exercise. Good. Last 2. Make fists with your hands, and then we're just gonna march. I want you to lift those knees up as high as you can. Think of keeping your spine nice and long, folding in the hips like so. And good extra credit points for all of you who jumped on your TRX and started squatting this morning. You're putting me to shame. I was reading your TRX comments as I was sitting with poor posture drinking my coffee. Not gonna lie. 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna take these marches, take them out to a V a little bit. Just get that outer hip going. Yes. Reach it up. Sometimes this can get a little fatiguing right off the bat, but remember, we're here to build heat. So no matter how high your knees are lifting right now, just do what you can. Almost there. Give me 8 more. 7, 6, 5. We're gonna go right into hamstring curls. So from here, kick your butt, reach. Good. Now we've got a limited amount of time today, so we're getting right into it, but we're spending a good deal of time with our warm-up. Good. Now, as you're kicking your curls, open those hips in the front. Really make it a knee fold rather than a march, yeah? Fold it, lift up through your center. Good. Excellent. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a nice wide stance. Reach it out. We're gonna go ahead and take both hands down onto the right leg, flat back here. Stretch that left inner thigh and just reach into it. Good, come all the way up. Opening your arms, breathing heavy this morning. Come on down. Good, hinging at the hips. Nice long inner thigh stretch. Let's go up again. Open it up, open your hips, open your chest, and then bring it over again. So everything we're doing is getting us into some mechanics, lifting up for our squats. And today we're gonna practice a little bit of a deepening of the squat. So come up again. This time, take your left hand over to your right thigh. And if the mood hits you, you can take a little rotation. We'll hold here. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back to center. Other side. Find that rotation. Reach deep. Good. For 3, 2, 1, and nice. All right, come back to center. We're gonna come over again with our twist. Find a deepening of that twist. Excellent. Bring both hands down in front of your right foot, and then let's rotate our pelvis, our legs around towards a lunge. I want you to bend your knee, tap it down, and lift it up. If it does not tap the ground, let's not worry about it too much. Keep going here. If you need to be on the wall, just doing a little lunge and a little stretch, that can work really well for you, okay? We're gonna go for 4. Press back. 3. Thinking about creating space in our spine. We're not tensing in our chest or our lower back. Let's go 1 more. And press the leg long. Now, as carefully as we can, we're gonna just walk our hands forward, taking our toes facing forward, taking our hands forward. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. Otherwise, just hang your head forward, get that hamstring stretch here. Pressing through the outer edges of your heels, feeling that nice outer stretch. Good. Place weight in your hands, heel toe your feet in a little more narrow, and then roll up through the spine all the way to the top. Let's take those arms out. Let's take a lunge over to the other side, reaching all the way through. Good. Big stretch. Take the hands down in front of your left foot and pivot the shape over to find your lunge, or walk to the wall. Nice and long through the heel. We're gonna bend and stretch. Tap it down and press it up. Good. Tap it down and press. Tap and press and tap and press, and last 2 and press. Good. And last one. Now from here, we're gonna press back. Take your hands down to the mat. Join me in a plank position, either long plank or on the knees. Let's think about our front ribs lifting towards the back ribs, so just hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Let's slowly lower down to the mat as slow as you can, as slow as you can, as slow as you can, as slow as you can. And good, we're on our stomach. Now, What does being on your stomach have to do with the squat? We're gonna work on a little bit of back extension. It's one of the things that happens in the squat as we round our body forward. We wanna be really strong in the back. So let's focus to the ground. You're gonna place your hands and arms in a W position. And I always like to feel my ribs really evenly weighted on the mat. So a little fidgeting there. I'm gonna keep my head hovered so you can hear me in the microphone, but you can rest your head all the way down. Right now, just lengthen your lower back by sliding your legs away from you towards the end of the mat. Thinking of pointing your tailbone towards your heels. And then we're gonna hover our forearms and hands up off the mat, giving a little squeeze between our shoulder blades, but nothing else changes. So we do a little squeeze up at the top and we lower down. And it's just the shoulder blades and the arms repeating, just like that. Pull them together, lower them down. As you pull them together, feel your collarbones widening. Good. Pull and down. Remember that low back is nice and long. There will be some abdominal support here, but I don't want you to grip your abs because you're gonna need them to lengthen in just a moment. This is more about firing up the upper back muscles. Shoulders reaching away from your ears, ears reaching away from your shoulders, so nice long sides of your neck. One more. All right, adding on, body in the same position. Bring your hands up. We're gonna reach them out to a T, pull them into the W, and lower them down. That's the exercise. Lift them up, reach them to the T, find your W, lower down. Keep your body and spine long. Good. Looking for that weight to be oriented more towards your pubic bone than towards your belly button. Heavy thighs, heavy feet. Good. Pull the W, lower down. We've got two more here. Let's go. Pull the shoulder blades together. Reach the arms wide. Pull them together. I know this can be really tedious, but we all need that upper back work. Yes, we do. Pull together and lower down. Rest yourself for a moment. Okay, our next exercise, we're gonna integrate all of that and start to lift our back. Now, we're only lifting up to the bottom rib, so we're not gonna be lifting very high in terms of a big old back bend. But here's the deal. We lift our hands off. We're gonna start to lift our chest off as much or as little as is possible. Place your hands down, lift a little higher, but remember, keep your bottom ribs against the mat. And then once you're at that high point, can you lift your hands off to hover for a second and lower down? So we're kind of walking up the steps of our back bend, so to speak. Once again, shoulder blades draw together, hands lift up. Then you lift your back any amount. It doesn't matter if it moves at all. Place your hands down, find a little higher position. Hold it there, release your hands, and lower all the way down. Whew, that's hard. Here we go again. Shoulder blades come together. Keep your low back long, lift your chest. Hands to the ground, press down, lift up a little higher, release your hands, hold it, and lower down. Let's do two more. Arms, then chest. Press the arms down to lift a little higher, release and hold it, lower all the way down. Last time. Arms, lift your chest, press your hands down, lift your chest a little higher, release the arms, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then lower down. Go ahead and place yourself back into a rest pose. Big stretch of the back of the shoulders. Take 2 deep breaths across the back of your ribs. Exhaling fully. Last one. Exhale all the way out. Excellent, good. All right, come on up. Let's swivel around to come down to our back. We're gonna do a little core connection here. So roll on down to your back and let's straighten both legs out to begin, just along the mat, side by side. Find as much weight of the back of your body connected to the mat as possible in the ribs and in the hips. Let's go ahead and stand one leg up into a bent position. Now your goal is to find the weight through your pelvis. Don't let it falter. Don't let your back arch. Try to keep it very still here. All we're doing is opening our knee out to the side without rolling over. So you're gonna use a lot of your oblique strength and your abdominal strength to keep your pelvis steady. and then you're gonna bring that leg back in. So if this feels hard with your arms down, keep your arms down. If you want an extra challenge, a little more abdominal work, hold your hands and fists above your shoulders. And again, if you're moving the left leg, the right hip stays still on each movement of the leg. So we're gonna open and close it up. And I'm working really hard on that other side. The best way to describe it is I am thinking about a string that's pulling from the front of my pelvis down to the back of my pelvis into the mat, and I'm tightening it with each repetition. All right? Good. This is one of these subtle core exercises that if you're really paying attention to the guideposts or the rules, you'll feel it. If you're letting your hips move around, it's not gonna feel like much of anything. So be specific with yourself. Good, open it up. And close it up. Good, one more time, open it up. And close it all the way up. All right, hug that knee, same leg, into your chest. Bring it in nice and close. Hold it here, can you sink it in a little deeper? Good, we're gonna sneak the hand behind your leg, extend your leg as much as you can back up to the ceiling, and just give it a little pulse. Reach it through. Good, pull the toes back to you for 8, 7, 6. Good, from here, take your arms out to a low V. Point your foot, let's go into some leg circles. So we'll cross the body, circle around. The same rule applies. Nothing else moves but the leg in the socket. If your circles have to be small, let them be small. Don't sacrifice the connection through your center for a bigger circle. One more in this direction. Reverse, open it out, cross it around. Good work, everybody. Woo. Around, it's hard work to keep it strong. 2, one more in this direction. Out and around and lift up, flex your foot, lower down slowly. Good, all right, reset your hips, bend your opposite knee up, reach your arms to the sky. We open that leg up, keep the opposite side stable. We close it back to center. That's it, open it up. This is one of those exercises that's largely powered by you. So it's not like sometimes you put a dumbbell into an exercise and there it is, there's the exercise. It's hard based on the weight. For you, for this one, this is a lot of thought. If you were laying in sand, you would not be disturbing even 1 grain of that sand as you moved your leg. Everything stays, and I'm cheating a little bit, I can feel it. So focus, drop down, press the back of your body into the mat. This is not a concept that you hear a lot of teachers talk about. I promise you, it is the one that matters. Good, last one. Oftentimes we're talking about fighting gravity. I think gravity is your best friend. Good, bring your knee into your chest. Hug it in and just get that stretch. I was thinking about that brushing my teeth the other day. Don't ask me why. But I was like, wow, if we didn't have gravity, this would be a hot mess right now. Take your hands behind your leg, extend the leg up, little pulses, just find that stretch. Good, let's go for 4, 3. Our arms are coming to a V, our leg is pointing. We're gonna cross over to the opposite side, circle around, cross and around. Let's say 4 to 5 in each direction. Again, concentrating largely on keeping the body still and stable. Once you finish your last one, go ahead and reverse. Good. Little clicking here. I'm gonna make my circle a little smaller for that last one. If your hips are clicking, make your circle smaller. Flex your foot, reach that heel all the way down to the other side. Give yourself a full body stretch all the way overhead. Good, walk your feet up into a bent position and let your ribs arch off the mat. Let your back arch off the mat. Now your arms are overhead in a V, and we're gonna do the best we can to press the back of our ribs to the mat as we exhale, and then inhale, arch the back off. Just getting a little bit of stretch in the shoulders and a little bit of activity in the upper section of the torso. So we lift up, breathe in. As you exhale, empty your lungs, press your back of your rib cage in the mat. Don't worry about your mid or your lower back. Think about right under here, smash it down. Reach your arms overhead. If the shoulder stretches too much, you can hold your hands off the ground. We're gonna just do a couple more of these. Press it down. Oh, good. Reach it up, big breath. And press it down. One last one, reach it up. And press it down, bring your arms up over your chest. And then let's hug your knees into the chest. Sense the back of your rib cage and your hips on the ground. Let's flex our feet, bring our legs to tabletop. We're not gonna let anything move in the torso this time, but bring your arms up over your chest and then slowly bring your arms back. Only bring them back as far as you can without arching the back off the mat, and then bring them all the way back above your chest. Here we go. Reach it back, nothing changes. Keep your back heavy, 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 and then bring them back up. We go back 1, 2, 3, 4, press all the way back over your chest. Reach them back. Keep your chest open, but your back heavy. It's hard. Good. 2 more like this, everybody. Reach. That's it. And stretch. Last one. Reach it back. Long spine, strong spine. Stretch it over. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself up to a seated position when you're ready. Turn to face me. We're almost there. We're almost to the squat. We're gonna take our hands back behind us and just pull your heels in as close as you can manage. We're twisting our legs over to the side. I just realized I never took my vitamins out of my pocket. There they are. Come all the way back. Live and honest. Let's go to the other side. So just getting a little bit of a stretch and a little bit of a deep hip connection. Twisting over. As you twist, see if you can keep your chest facing front. Good. And twist. Excellent. Reach. We're gonna do one more time. Little twist. If you can push yourself up to a higher seated position as you come forward, that might help get a little extra stretch. Last one, sitting nice and tall. Good. All right. So we are going to, I'm gonna turn this way. We're gonna come onto hands and knees. And then I'd like you to either bring one foot forward and just hold it here for a stretch if that's what you need to do. And we'll do the other side too. Or if you can come into a deep squat and just find that position wherever it needs to be for you, trying to get back on the mat, with your hands down. That's what we're after here right now, okay? So you've either got one foot forward or you're joining me in the squat, and we're just gonna be here for about 30 seconds. You are free to move around in your squat. You don't have to stay static. This is more about your hips and your deep position. And if your hips are much higher than mine, don't worry, or if you're on one leg, don't worry. But if you did start on the one leg, let's go ahead and switch sides to the other leg, okay? Almost there, everybody. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. All right, we're closing in. We're closing in. I told you it was going to be a shorty today, but we'll get it. All right. If you're in your double leg squat, shift your weight forward into your hands. If you're on one leg squat, join us in a forward fold. You're in a wide position with the feet. Hands are forward, okay? And legs can be slightly turned out here, so heels slightly in, toes slightly out. So regardless, even if your legs are bent, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bend. If you can bend all the way down, excellent. If not, still excellent. Just go to where you can. This is a full range. And then we're gonna come into a forward fold. Okay, so we're bending down as low as you can, and then lifting all the way up. We're bending down and lifting all the way up. We're bending down. We're lifting all the way up. We've got a cracking knee over here. Bending down. Lifting up. Let's go one more time. Bending down any amount. lifting up, and then take your time to slowly roll through the spine. Woo! Rolling those shoulders up. All right, let's take your hands to your shoulders or behind your head, okay? Coming into a squat and adding a little rotation. So we're gonna squat down. We're gonna take the hand to the knee and the opposite hand to the sky. Hold it there. Come back to the center, lift your chest, and all the way up. Squat down, rotate, open the other hand up. Come back to the center. Good, lift it up. Sit deep. Find your rotation. Feel the center. All the way up. Last one, sit deep. Find your rotation. Find your center. Lift all the way up. Good. Feet come parallel like so. I'm gonna come to the side. Hands to the shoulders or behind your head. We're gonna squat down. See how my back is in a hinge right here. Think of curling your back, rounding your back, and extending your back, pressing your head into your hands. Curl it around and extend it out. Curl it around. Lift your chest. Think about those little back bends we did on the mat. 2 more. Stay deep in your knee bend. Last one. And reach, press up, shake it out. All right, we're gonna finish with a set of 15 squats, okay? Find your stance. We can reach our arms forward. You can reach them up to the sky, out to the sides, wherever you need them. Here we go, going down. 15, good. 14, keep that chest up. Everything we've been doing is leading up to this point. Here's 10. Keep breathing. Go slower if you need to. We go for 7, 6, 5. Hopefully it's feeling easier, even though we are working endurance. 2 more. And last one, all the way up. Excellent work. Stand nice and wide to the side. Just take a long stretch, reaching up with one arm, down with the other. Good. Bringing it all the way up through the center. Reach to the other side. Good. Come all the way up. Stand with your feet hip width. Fingers at your hip sockets. Hip hinge forward. Find that flat back. Feel the reach back into your heels if you want a little more stretch. And then release all the way down, bending your knees if you need to. Let your head hang for a moment. Good. Unlock your knees. Let's roll up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, my friends, that is a full 30 minutes of squat conditioning. I hope you loved it. Apologies that it's not longer today. Oh, yeah, 30 minutes. That's what it is. Oh, she's putting a timer on now. These robots, you can never count on them for anything. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you back on Monday for bounce. If you feel like you didn't get enough of what you needed, go and try one of the Bala lift classes, one of the flow classes, or one of the bounce classes. I'm sure you can get one in. There's a couple 15-minuters way back at the beginning. That'll be great for you. But thank you for joining me live. So sorry to cut us a little shorter than normal, but I feel ready for the day. I hope you do too, and I will see you on Monday.